I liked every key. Yeah, I like the challenge of it, and writing in different keys. Getting out of E and E minor and A. That's pretty standard rock keys. Other keys are fine. I don't really have a problem, with it. Except, we honestly we tried tuning the guitars to different tunings a few years ago for a couple albums, and honestly I didn't really like that. My ear wants to hear A440. I like the tune down thing. I think music for my ear needs to be at A440. That's where I hear it. That's where I hear everything being tuned, and I sing better to that. I pitch better to that. And if you start screwing around with the tunings, it throws things off for me. Challenging and very fun to write in, but then when you have to reproduce it, it's tough.
Is there any, when you start blending your vocals with strings, is there any kind of formula you try to attempt? When you did The Mission, you have some strings behind it, or you have the searing guitars. Is there, like a trick you try to, do they record that first and then you lay the vocals behind it, or does it just go hand in hand?
Well, now you're talking about songwriting, really, and the construction of the song. And, over time, you get better at writing songs, you get more into it. It's kind of like, I think a builder building a house. Your first house is kind of an experiment, and then your second one you fine-tune your craft, and by the third one you got it down, you know what you're doing, and now you start experimenting, with different angles and that kind of thing. And I think that building a song is the same way. When you have guitars, especially distorted guitars like in metal and rock, guitars and vocals and strings really compete for the same frequency ranges. And so you have to develop or build the song in a way that those things aren't going to be colliding at all times, because that affects, of course, the overall mix. And so you learn where to put things and when to put things back and when to bring them out. It's kind of experimentation, really.
That's awesome. That's a lot of good info there, especially when people, the trial and error, go over and over, like, trash. Keep that, let's splice, let's try that again, or there's a lot of background. Lastly, we're just kind of location-wise, where is Serenity for you?
Serenity? Well, that can be any place you allow it to be. You can be serene and peaceful sitting backstage at a big outdoor rock concert, if you put your mind to it. I think the mind is an amazing thing. I don't think we use enough of it. It requires discipline and perseverance and repetition to find a peaceful spot, a serene spot for yourself. Some people need, to take sleeping pills to sleep because they think they need that. Some people need to take asthma medicine because they think they need that. I'm a firm believer in it's mind over matter, and you can believe that you are healthy, you can believe that you are sick, you can believe that you're on your last breath, and you can believe that you can survive. It's all in your mind.
Awesome. What would
my belief?
Absolutely. Speaking of that, 25 words less, what would you tell somebody up and coming in the music industry? Hey, this is what worked for me, take it or leave it.
Well, we started out in 1981. The industry was very different than it is now. So I would say that nowadays there are no rules. There is no way to do something. It's all up to your own imagination and your own perseverance to make it happen. There really is no record industry anymore. So it's a frightening time, and it's also an exciting time because we need a new model. And so we need imaginative people to come in and draw a new model, to make it all work. Sure. So I think if you're going to be a musician and write music and perform it, honestly, I think the best advice I can give anybody is to just follow your heart and be true to what it is that moves you and influences you and inspires you. And don't listen to what anybody else ever says. And if you find a group of people that you're comfortable working with, follow their advice and work with each other to find something that you can do well have success doing that, keep following your heart. Don't listen to what everybody else says, because everybody always wants to put you in a little box and confine you to doing one thing. They always want to put you down, keep you down. And if you listen to other people's opinions, you will stay down, because music is art, and art is all subjective. I don't believe there is any good music. There is no bad music. There just is music. And it's all subjective. It's all what we think it is. You know, recently I was in Paris with my kids, and we're walking through the Louvre Museum, arguably one of the greatest collections of art in the world. And there's thousands and thousands of masterpieces of humanity in there. And you walk by and you look at them, and you walk by and you look at them, and occasionally you might actually stop and sit down and really be moved by a piece, you know? Mm-hmm. But most of the time you're walking through, checking it out. And the music is like that too. You know, there's a lot of music you hear. Oh, there's one. Wow, that one really grabbed me. That's special to me. It doesn't mean it's good or it's bad. It's just special to you. It touched you. It was something that you could relate to. But I think in our industry, we've started treating music like a sporting event, you know, and we apply those rules to it. We apply good, bad, winner, loser, charts, success equals album sold. And that's not success to me. Success is every time you get together with your band that you can write something, and put something together, and work together as a team to produce a project, and then go out and present it. That's success, not how many you sell.
That totally rocks. We'd like to thank everybody here, especially Nikita Productions, Javelina Harley Davidson here in Burton, Texas. And we want to wish Geoff Tate a fantastic set, and we will be seeing you live next from Vocals Magazine. Thanks, Geoff.